Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Political Predictions. Today, we will be doing a 2024 election prediction between Mike Pence, the former Vice President of the United States, and Joe Biden, the current President of the United States. I'm sorry, guys. I have a lot of notifications on computer viruses. I'm not sure about all that. Gotta ask my dad about that. But anyway, I'm no computer expert, so I cannot solve these, and I have to ask my parents. But anyway, that's not the point of the video. So today we will be covering a 2024 presidential prediction between Mike Pence and Joe Biden. So, as you can see, Mike Pence is your more more paleo-conservative. You're more like average, typical Republican. Joe Biden's your more establishment Democrat, which Democrats did force him to win the primary, because many Democrats worried that Bernie Sanders would be Bernie would be like another 1972 with Nixon and McGovern. But clearly, Democrats are out of touch with the reality. And as a progressive Democrat myself, I could say that Democrats aren't using the progressive messaging, like run on raising the minimum wage. I mean, that is popular. It overwhelming passed in Florida, a state that voted for Trump by three. Marijuana was legalized in South Dakota, a staunchly conservative state. Anyway, so Joe Biden's your more old school Democrat. You're more 1980s, 1990s Democrat. Although not near as mansion. Anyway, that's enough about the candidate's bio. So Mike Pence is the former vice president. Joe Biden is the president. We all know these names. Anyway, Mike Pence's safe states, it's gonna be your typical Republican safe states. Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, and Indiana will be safe because it's Mike Pence's home state. Utah will probably be safe because the Mormons are gonna like someone more moderate like Pence. And um I think that's all I see for Mike Pence for by former Vice President Pence. And for Biden, it's pretty much all your traditional Democratic safe states. So you have New England, so you got your New England areas, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, DC, and Illinois, Hawaii, and Maine's first district. And I think this time Colorado will be safe. I know this is a little hard one, but Colorado's trending left, and Mike Pence is not going to energize the base. Well, I think he could do it very tad better in the suburbs, but it's not going to be like enough to like make the state a likely state. And plus, rural areas aren't going to come out for Pence in Colo, so I could say Biden will easily take that one. Plus, Colorado will be even more left leaning, and plus, it's very millennial heavy state, so um, millennials do tend to favor Democrats. Personally, I'm a Generation Z guy. Anyway, so I think Biden has 191 safe electoral votes to Mike Pence's 86. Pence's likely states include Montana, South Carolina, Alaska, and Missouri, Kansas, and Maine's 2nd District, Nebraska's 1st District, and Mississippi will all be likely states for the former vice president. So a lot of these are your more typical Republican states. Well, some of them are going to narrow up because Pence does not have the same level of appeal as the former President Trump did, that his former boss had. So, plus I do see with Pence coming out saying that he was proud to certify the election. That is definitely gonna be the final nail in the coffin for him in the Republican Party. So, uh, I think that's the reason why I see him losing support in Missouri, Kansas, Montana, Missouri, South Carolina, and Maine second. Although Maine second has gone pretty conservative, so it's going to be very difficult for Biden to win it. Biden's likely states include Minnesota, Nebraska's first, Virginia, New Mexico, and New Hampshire, New Hampshire, Maine at large, and personally, that's all I see for being likely for the president. Mike Pence's lean states include Iowa, Ohio, um, Texas, and yeah, that's all I see for Mike Pence. So Pence is doing very, very poorly against Joe Biden. So Iowa and Ohio, while they are pretty populist in terms of their overall state's composition, but But I see because the rural areas in those states are trending more, and plus they are fairly rural states. Like Iowa's pretty kind of fairly rural, and Ohio is sort of rural, but you still see like as demonstrated in 2012 and 2008, Barack Obama couldn't have won Ohio without carrying the rural vote. Like you can let's take a look at a little bit of history here, and um let's take a look at Ohio, so you can see it's blue here. Barack Obama won it by a little under 5%. So you can see he kind of did well in Appalachia, and he did kind of pretty well in the rural areas, while Cincinnati suburbs were pretty red, dark red actually. But you can see much of the rural counties weren't as red. In 2012, they got a little bit more red, but yet again, Mitt Romney failed to carry the rural vote. Come fast forward to 2016, and we can see a lot more red on this map. Just take a look at the Appalachia. It took a sharp turn to the right. Columbiana, Jefferson, Belmont, Monroe, Washington, all these borderland West Virginia counties that border West Virginia, they definitely took a sharp turn to the right. And you can see the Cincinnati suburbs remain essentially constant, and Clinton did a lot worse than Obama in Summit County, which is a big county. And then again, you can see just how much more redder they got while Trump maintained his full grip on the state. The rural areas got a lot more redder. Columbiana County broke more than 70% for Trump, as it's demonstrated by the results. So it's clearly showing that Ohio's rural areas are trending to the right, and the Democrats do need to carry Ohio's rural vote to win. So I think Ohio will be very close, though. Texas, I see a similar thing. I don't think Pence has that same level of Hispanic appeal that Trump has, and plus Hispanics generally do tend to vote for incumbents. I'm not saying that said. I'm not sure if they'll vote for Biden the same way they voted for Trump, but definitely, I mean, it's gonna. But I think really the only thing will be the rural areas that would be saving Pence. Otherwise, he would lose. Oops, my bad, guys. So Pence's my Joe Biden's lean states include Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan, Wisconsin. I know Wisconsin was very close in 2020 because President Trump was the incumbent. It's much harder to defeat an incumbent. Plus, with Pence saying the statements that he was proud to certify the election, which I think he is. He's supposed to say that because it's the law. You can't. It would be wrong to like strip Biden of an important, impressive victory, and plus coming from an incumbent. So the driftless area is definitely not going to turn out for Pence. He will carry it, but it will not be that. So at the end of the day, I see Karen Pence losing Wisconsin by 2 to 3%. And I think there's another lean state, Arizona. I know this isn't Pence's more establishment, more closer to John McCain, like as a Republican. But the thing is, Pence was so supportive of the president for 4 years, and Arizona with Phoenix and Maricopa County growing even more, I think definitely Arizona will probably be like a 1% in favor of President Biden. So about the same margin as Wisconsin in 2024. And Nevada, I pretty much see that as being lean D because polls may tend to overestimate Mike Pence, but at the end of the day, Clark County is going to help. But I mean, if Nevada continues its red trend, I could definitely see it go red maybe in 2028. But that remains to be seen. We don't know completely. And yeah, so Pence's tilt states include North Carolina and Florida. The reason why I put North Carolina and Florida as tilt are because in Florida, Pence is not going to do well in traditionally conservative strongholds. Like we can take a look at the results in Florida. Trump did well. He did pretty well with Hispanics in Miami-Dade, but that wasn't the only thing that propelled him to victory. You can see much of North Florida. He did very well in Collier County, historically conservative counties, like very large. They're pretty large in population too. It's like, they are small counties, that doesn't matter, but you have Collier County, which is like home to a lot of people. You have Sarasota County, which I think Bill Nelson won in 2012 but lost in 2018. So in Florida, you kind of need to carry the rural vote, but you also need to do very well in South Florida. These three counties matter. So I think the slight rural advantage could help Pence, and plus with the older population could help. But Well, and Pence could scream socialism, although that clearly will not be true, so it doesn't really matter. And the D states, I couldn't see Georgia being tilt D because, um, again, I think Pence will be doing a little bit better in the suburbs, but again, he's gonna lose. It's a trade off. He's gonna lose a lot of support in North Georgia in Marjorie Taylor Greene's district and other very pro-Trump, very conservative districts. So, at the end of the day, I would see Biden to picking off the win. Plus, with Atlanta getting more bigger, getting more diverse, that helps the Democrats politically. But I'm not. But yet again, I'm not undercutting the statement that all black people are vote Democratic or all white people are Republican. That clearly is not true. Anyway, guys, that is my prediction. Mike Pence is 235 electoral votes to Joe Biden's 303. So if you liked the video today, please put a like and put a like. And if you didn't like it, put a thumbs down. If you disagreed with some of my prediction or my ratings, let me know why. Let me know in the comments below. And may I respectfully say, please, please be respectful in the comments, especially in a politically divided time. I'm trying to bring all election YouTubers together, and no one should be intimidated to share their beliefs. And I will not tolerate any disrespectful comments. And I can report them to YouTube. I reserve the right to do it. So be respectful, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let's get to 40 subs by the end of the month. I mean, my channel needs a lot of help, and help AP get to 300 subs by the end of this month. Anyway, I thank you guys so much for watching, and political predictions out.